Alright, welcome back this to Swift Lane. So this will be our final lap for the question for Waec 2020 further maths past question. So this will be the final part of the explainer video. So we'll solve question 13, 14 and 15 in this video. Question 13 says the essays of 10 students were ranked by 3 examiners as shown in the table. So we have candidates A, B, C, D to J. Sorry, this might not be clear enough, but it is to J. So we have J here. Alright, so okay, so examiner 1, 2 and 3 add different with the rank 10. So this is PMR rank correlation question, and if you are familiar with PMR rank, the ranking is always 1 minus E multiplied by summation of D square divided by n bracket n square minus 1. This is the formula I'll be working with. So the first thing is that how do you get your D? Your D is the difference between two rankings. Like ranking is like comparison. You are comparing between this examiner and the other examiner. It can be different things, but they are using examiner. So like D is the difference between, for example, examiner 1 is what I use as my R1, like I did it here, and examiner 2 is minus my R2. Because according to the question, I've drawn the table before, and so according to the question says examiner 1 and 2, so I compared examiner 1 and 2 here as my D1. The question 2 says examiner 1 and 3, so I did examiner 1 and 3, and the third question says examiner 2 and 3, I did examiner 2 and 3, so these are my D squares. You get it now? So let's start filling our table. Candidate, let's start with all the candidates we have here. So we have candidates A, we have B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Alright, so according to examiner 1, he gave A the first position. So I don't try, instead of writing first, we don't write the number alone. He gave B third, C sixth, second, 10th, 9th, 7th, 4th, 8th and 5th. While examiner 2 gave that same A second, first, third, we have 9th, we have 7th, we have 4th, we have 8th, we have 10th, we have 5th and we have 6th. While examiner 3 gave third, second, first, 5th, sorry, 6th, yes, 6th, we have 9th, we have 8th, we have 7, we have 5, we have 4 and we have the 10th. So now the next thing is to get your D1. How do you solve for your D1? D1 is the ranking of the first examiner minus the second examiner. So you just subtract. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2, 6 minus 3 is 3, 2 minus 9 is minus 7. You write it with the sign. 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 4 is 5, 7 minus 8 is minus 1, 4 minus 10 is minus 6, 8 minus 5 is 3, 5 minus 6 is minus 1. Alright, so D2 is R1 minus R3, that's this minus this. 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, 6 minus 1 is 5, 2 minus 6 is minus 4, 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 8 is 1, 7 minus 7 is 0, 4 minus 5 is minus 1, 8 minus 4 is 4, 5 minus 10 is minus 5. So for the third one is R2 minus R, this 3, R3. Alright, that's this minus this is minus 1, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 3 minus 2 is 2, 9 minus 6 is 3, 7 minus 9 is minus 2, 4 minus 8 is minus 4, 8 minus 7 is 1, 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 4 is 1, 6 minus 10 is minus 4. So then let's do our D square. This is minus 1 square is surely 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, minus 7 square is 49, 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, minus 1 square is 1, 36, 9 and 1. So for the d square, minus 2 square is 4, 1 square is 1, 25 yes, 16 1 1 0 1 16 and 25. Alright, so d square also we have 1 1 4 9 4 16 1 25, right, 25 and alright, that's 1. So you have 1 here. So this is 1 and this is 16. Now remember, we are meant to do summation of d. Yes, this is summation. Summation is addition of everything. So sorry I did not put the last box there, but that's not a problem. We still have to add it. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 9. Okay, we can use our calculator somewhere. I'll do the big calculations there. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 plus 19 is 63. 63 plus 9 is 72. 72 plus 25. Can put that there. 22 plus 25. Okay. 1 plus 36 is 37. 37 plus 10 is 47. So I can say plus 47. That gives me 144. So I will just write it under 144 here. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 25. That's 30 plus 16. 46 plus 2. That's 48. 48 plus 1 is 49. 49 plus this is 41. 49 plus 41 is what? 90 here. 1 plus 1 2 plus 4 6 plus 9 15 plus 4 19. 19 plus 16 is 35. 36 61 62 and 78. Are we good to go now? So we are almost done with everything. That's the good thing about this. So let's get, so we are going to have to manage this, please. Let's get for our I question now. Let's get the rank, the spearman rank of the examiner 1 and 2. That will be 1 minus 6 times summation of this is what? 144 divided by, what is your n? Your n is the number of candidates. The number of candidates we have is 10. That's 10 bracket 10 square minus 1. So what will be our answer? So let's take our calculator to this, please. Alright, so we have, okay, 6 times 144 divided by 10 brackets 100. 10 square is 100 minus 1. So what is the answer? That's 48 over 155. So you just see 1 minus our answer is what? Yes, our answer is 7 over 55. So let's just write it here as the first answer is 7 over 55 because we'll be needing it somewhere later. So I'll rub this off to do my question 2 quickly. Okay. Alright. So let me rub this off. Okay, so I'll rub this off too. So let's do our the second question. That's I. So I now, let me change to white. I hope you guys like the white. You can let us know in the comment section. If you want to change our color, we are here to make you happy and to save you. Alright, so R1 and I. What is that? That's 1 minus, okay, 6 times, that's 90, right? Solution of this square is 90 divided by the same 10, 100 minus 1. 6 times 90 divided by 10 bracket 100 minus 1. So that's 1 minus 6 over 11. And what is 1 minus 6 over 11? That's 5 divided by 11. So let me write here. Remember what we're doing. The second one is 5 divided by 11. Then let's get the third one. Because of this big question, that's why we are doing this. Let's get the third one. See, after you've gotten your table, you don't have much problem anymore. So you're getting your table is the most important thing. So alright. So question 3. I want to get R2 and 3. So that's 1 minus 6 times 78, right? That's the one here. 78 divided by 10 brackets 100 minus 1. Alright, so we have, let's put 78 here. So we have 1 minus 26 minus 25. So what is 1 minus our answer? That's equals to 29 divided by 55. 29 over 55. Alright. So now we've solved our answer, we've gotten our answer. The next thing is to solve for question B. So I have to cancel all of this. Okay. So now let's solve for question B. Question B says, using the results in 13A, which of the examiners agree most? That means which of their answers are similar. You can't really tell me one is similar than the other right now, except we convert it to a decimal format. So the first thing is, let's write our answer in decimal first. Okay, using I. For number 1 is equals to we said it's 7 over 55. So let's check what is 7 over 55 in our calculator. 7 divided by 55. The answer is 0.127. Alright, 0.127. So for the I, what is R2? R2 is 5 over 11. What is 5 over 11 in our calculator? 5 divided by 11. That's 0.455. 0.455. Okay, what is I3? We have 24 divided by 55. Okay, what is 24 divided by 55? That's 0.436. Now look at them. Which examiner has something very similar? And that's what examiner 2 and what examiner 3. So in your answer, you say, you can just see them right yellow here. Examiner 2 and 3, or okay, let's put the example. Examiner 2 and 3 agrees the most. You get, because of these values are what similar. So moving on to question 14. Okay, question 14 says a car is moving. Alright, a car is moving with a velocity of 10 meters per second. If it accelerates at 0.2 meters per second for 100 meters, find, correct to 2 decimal places, the time taken to cover the distance. So I think that's question 14A. So the car is moving at a velocity of that's u initial velocity is moving at a velocity of 10 meters per second. It then accelerate. This the acceleration is 0.2 meters per second. Alright, then the distance it moved was 100 meters distance. Now we are told to calculate the total time taken for the car to move. Okay, Alright, to find your time, you can use the simple formula of s equals to ut plus 1 over 2 et square. So what is your s? Your s is the distance traveled, which is 100 meters. Your u is 10, that's 10 times t plus 1 over 2 times a is 0.2 t square. So I have 0.1 t square plus 10t minus 100 equals to 0. So you can divide all through by 0.1. That will give you t square plus 100t minus, let's see, 1000 equals to 0. So simple. I will just use my what is it called? I'll use my formula method in getting my answer. That's so perfect. So now formula method, a here is 1, b is the coefficient of t, which is 100, while c is minus 1000. So that's minus 100 plus or minus root of 100 square minus 4 times 1 times minus 1000, right, divided by 2 times 1. That's this minus 100 plus or minus root of. So let's use our calculator quickly. Now what is 100 square, and those will like that, plus 4 times 1000, because minus times minus is plus. Alright, so we have like 14,000. So what is the root of 14,000? Okay, 20 root 5. So let's just write 14,000 divided by 2. So t is equals to minus 100 plus or minus 20 root of 35 divided by 2. So our t here is what? So let's put it in the calculator. We have minus 100 plus 20 root 35 divided by 2. Okay, 9.16 in seconds. And the second t is what? Put minus here. That's minus 109 blah blah blah. So normally our t cannot be in my negative, so time will surely be what? 9.16 seconds. So let's move on to question 14b. Alright, question 14b says a particle moves along a straight line that is distance s from a fixed point. So s is denoted as t square minus 5t plus 6, where t is time in seconds. That means s is a function of t, of time t. Find the initial velocity. Alright, so how do we get the initial velocity? First thing, okay, alright, so to get the initial velocity is like the velocity of the body when time is 0. So first let's get the velocity. Remember that velocity is also equals to differential of distance by time. So if I get differentiation of this, differential of t square is 2t, differential of minus 5t is minus 5. So when it is 0 will be at t equals to 0, or u will be 2 brackets 0 minus 5. So the initial velocity u is what? Minus 5 meters per second. Alright, then we have to get the distance it moved when it is momentarily at rest. It means what will be the distance at its final velocity. That's when the v itself is, or the v itself is 0. For example, we have v equals to t2 minus 5. So what is the distance when it comes to rest? So when v is 0 is when something is coming to rest. That's when it comes to rest. So initial is when t is 0. That's for initial. So are you learning something here already? So this is equals to 2t minus 5. So when you take it to the other side, 5 divided by 2 equals to t. So to get my distance, you just input all the values. Remember that, okay? Remember that is equals to t squared minus 5t plus 6. So S here means 5 over 2 square minus 5 bracket 5 over 2 plus 6. So if I use my calculator, I have 2.5 squared minus 5 bracket 2.5 plus 6. Okay, so what we are going to have should be in meters. Alright, so funny enough, our answer is a distance of minus 0.25 meters, which I don't, there's only like minus 0.25 meters, but I think maybe they're trying to tell us that the team moved backward by, you get backward by 0.25 meters. So that's the answer according to the question, but there's not supposed to be anything like minus 0.25. So I think it's due to moving backward or something. So see you in the last question, question 15. Right, let's solve question 15. So let me put my little demarcation here. Okay. Now for question 15, quick one. The diagram is that of a light inextensible string of 44.2 meters whose ends are attached to two fixed x and y 3 meters apart on the same horizontal level. A body of mass 800 grams is hung at point 0, as you can see here. If the system is kept at equilibrium by a force P, horizontal force, and this tension, there's a tension here, so there's another tension T here. Okay, let me try to put that. There's another tension T here. Are you with me? So these two tensions are having the same answer. So the first is to find x or y. That means you have to find the angle here. I can term that angle theta. So the first thing is, this is like a triangle. So you remember your cosine rule. This is 3, 1.8 and 2.4. So how do you do 3, 1.8 and 2.4? Alright, the cosine rule states that this square, that's what is opposite square, just like a square equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos big A. So what is in front of this angle theta? That's 3 square equals to the other angles 1.8 square plus 2.4 square minus 2 brackets 1.8 2.4 cos x or y is cos theta. So what is 3 square? That's obviously 9. What is 1.8 square? Okay, let's quickly read 1.8 square plus 2.4 square. Oh, funny enough, that's also 9 minus, alright. So we have 2.4 times 1.8 times 2, that's 8.64. so we have 8.64 cos theta. So when this one comes here, 9 minus 9 will be 0 divided by minus 8.64 equals to cos theta. So boldly I can tell you that my cos theta sorry, this is 0, that's a mistake. 0. I can tell you that my theta is cos inverse of 0, and cos inverse of 0 is what? Is surely 90 degrees, as we know. So that means the angle here is what? Is angle 90 degrees. So it's now, I'll write it as angle 90 degrees. Right, so here now is 90 degrees. Now the next thing is that I want to get my value of the magnitude P. And aside getting my value for magnitude P and tension, I need to like kind of like get the angle here. Let's say like get an imaginary line, something like this here, because this tension is moving in this format, this one is moving in this format. So I need to get something that like an imaginary line here, another imaginary line moving upward like this. Also, like the imaginary line is moving this way, and there's also another one moving upward this way. Okay, so we need to get our answer here. So this is moving upward here. So now let me divide this angle like this. Like I want to get the angle here. I can term it as alpha, and I'll term it as beta, for instance. So I can get the angles here and here. Here is like an alternate angle, here will be alpha and here will be beta. All this I'm doing is just to get my P and my T, because I have to resolve my T. You have to resolve this T in horizontal and what vertical components, then sum up all the angles in an equilibrium format. They say they are kept in equilibrium. So first thing is to get my angle theta, and I'll be using sine rule. So now I'm moving to getting B. I'm going to be using sine rule. So what does sine rule say? Sine rule, I will say sine 90 divided by what is opposite to it is 3, divided by, let me get my sine alpha divided by 1.8. So my sine alpha will be equal to sine 90 is 1, that's 1.8 divided by 3. So alpha will be what? Sine inverse of 0.6. What is sine inverse of 0.6? Sine inverse of 36.87. So my alpha here is equal to 36.87. So if I want to get my beta will just be 180 minus 90 plus 36.87, and that should be what? That should be 53.13 in degrees. Alright, so we've gotten all of that now. So this place now, if I erase this, okay, is this place, if I erase it now, let me erase this and let me erase it. Like I want to put their values now, you get. So I have to mess my stuff up just to achieve something. Alright, so now this alpha is 36.87, here is 53.13. Alright, so here is now 36.87, and here is 53.13. Okay, so let's move on now. So the thing now is, how will I resolve this in horizontal component? If I want to get my T, I have to resolve it in vertical component, then get my T. If I want to get my P, I have to resolve it in horizontal components. So here we have to rub off a whole bunch of things here. So let me rub this off. Alright, so we've gotten most of what we need here. So moving on, so let's get a value for T. First, I'll resolve my upward as my positive and this part as positive for horizontal. So let's get the summation of horizontal components. So and we equate it to 0 because it's in equilibrium. So for horizontal, this one, when it's moving this way, it will be negative, so that will be minus t cos 53.13. This one will be moving this way, right? That will be plus t cos 36.87, then plus p equals to what? 0. So then we can have, okay, what is t cos? Okay, what is cos 53.13? The 3.13 is okay, 0.6. good. So that's 0.6. So what is cos 36.87? 0.8. okay, so I have minus 0.60. okay, so now this will be minus 0.60 plus 0.80 plus p equals to 0. So my p will be minus 0.2t when you get that. So let's get our tension. So for tension, I'll be taking my positive for my EFY, that's measuring of vertical components. So that will be what? T sine 53.1 plus T sine 36.87 minus this 800 gram. If you convert it, F equals to mg, mass acceleration due to gravity. That's 800 first converted to kilogram divided by 1000, right, times 10. That's like equals to 8. So equate it to 0. So what is sine the whole of that? So what is sine 53.13? So that's 0.8. And what is sine 36.87? Alright, 0.6. So I have 0.8t plus 0.6t equals to 8. So that's t is equals to 8 divided by 1.4. So our t is what? That's 5.714. So our t is 5.714 Newton. Then multiplied by minus, okay, let me remove this. So what will be our p now? Our p will be equals to minus 0.2 bracket 5.714. So what is that times 0.2? So the answer is minus, okay, minus 1.143 Newton. So I'm very happy you've come to the end of this tutorial. Like, this is a very big congratulations to you. So we'll surely be doing other tutorials on various subjects in sciences, commercial arts, and general subjects. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching to this extent. All right.